Let's check in on home builder sentiment on Today in Mortgages. Hey, what's going on, Dreammakers? Welcome back to the show. We're talking about what's real, what's hype, what you should actually be paying attention to out there in the world of mortgage and real estate news. Rich, back with me today. I know you were out east making some branch visits last week, but I'm glad to be back with you today. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
We are talking today about some home builder sentiment. You sent me this article. It says home builder sentiment unexpectedly dims in August as mortgage rates stay high. It's from seekingalpha.com. Rich, you said you might have a little bit of different take on this, but before you get to that, tell me what the stats in this article say.
Yeah, I mean, they're really just talking about supply side headwinds and different things that the builders are dealing with and the high rate environment and the affordability piece. I mean, that's a concern, Michael, countrywide. Doesn't matter what region you're in. It's just the level of concerns are different in different regions.
Yeah, we've been talking about this a little bit. Obviously, high rate environment with high purchase price is making it harder for these builders to move homes in some regions like we're about to talk about. Rich, you've got your ear to the ground. What are you hearing out there as you talk to these different builders that you have relationships with?
Yeah, so in South Carolina, we were talking to builders there. Honestly, if you were to just poll South Carolina builders, I think you would get a way different sentiment, way higher. Like they're feeling up because most homes being sold there are new construction homes and they're priced in that first time home buyer range. Of course, you still got somebody that wants to buy $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 home, plenty of those, but they're really building more affordable houses that most first-time home buyers can get into. So that's a different region. And then I spoke to one of our builder partners here this morning about theirs. Now, they happen to be a builder partner that their homes sell between $350,000 and $500,000. They're mostly concerned with obviously the high rate environment, but also some of the regulatory stuff, just getting stuff moving within the counties and the cities, that kind of stuff. That's kind of slowing things up. And they're just concerned that they're running out of buyers. Like buyers are just burnt out of looking and just sick of seeing the high cost of the payments in this rate environment today.
It's definitely true, Rich, and we've talked about it a lot here on the show that it makes sense that people are kind of looking to new homes in these areas that you're talking about where they are able to build homes and keep that sales price pretty low.
Yeah, and even if they're not in that lower range on sales price, even if they're in the higher range, they're able to buy interest rates down. They're working with their lender partner to do forward pricing, and they're buying blocks of interest rate ahead of time for buyers of their home. So where a buyer comes into a new home, model home, they can buy that home at this interest rate only from them. But, there is this headwind things, the supply side stuff. We're starting to see lumber costs because of some of this tariff negotiation that's happening even with Canada and others, and the cost of buying a toilet, the cost of buying a sink, and that kind of stuff is, it's becoming right now, builders are sucking up a lot of the loss because they just don't know how permanent it's going to be. But that is creating some headwind for them. It's just, not only are they spending a lot of their profit buying interest rates for buyers and concessions and paying closing costs, but they're also sucking up the cost for a lot of this, supply side stuff. And so that's why the sentiment dropped. It didn't drop that much. It was already kind of low before. And I anticipate it's going to be like that until we start to see some lower interest rates.
Well, Rich, definitely true. You cannot build a house without a toilet. So we're going to have to keep on buying those toilets. Rich, tell me what our outlook is here. What's the good news? What are we looking forward to?
We're looking up because we know interest rates are coming down. They're coming down. They're at its lowest peak for a long time right now, even though it's still higher than people want. It's getting in the range where people are accepting it now.
Yeah, definitely, Rich. And the good news is, like you said, some of these builders are offering big incentives, and that is an opportunity for us as professionals to get out there, talk to our buyers and borrowers, and get them informed about the opportunities that exist there. Rich, one of the interesting things I was reading about this weekend was the kind of general unwillingness to move to find cheaper housing or cheaper location somewhere. Americans are moving less than they ever have, and are trying to stay put despite high cost of living in really big cities. And so it might be an interesting thing to see if all of this cost really drives people to relocate and find new places to live more affordably, because they are out there. A lot of these builders are building at the kind of fringes of cities and suburbs and that kind of thing. And there's opportunities to find a good starter home in these areas.
Yeah, we're seeing it just in, if we just take, Houston, which is a very, very large market, they're considering these options. That's happening in every large city right now.
Well, that is a good word, Rich. And obviously, you are continuing to keep us informed here of these opportunities with builders and just the sentiment out there and what we need to be paying attention to and kind of being aware of, so that we can fight all the bad headlines and really stay positive. And Rich, you do a great job of coaching us here at the network. So, Rich, I know you're always looking for good people out there to join the best network in mortgages. So tell them where they can go to learn more.
Well, listen, what we do here is we try to guide our people in the right direction, right? We got to stay positive right now. Everybody's frustrated with higher interest rates. What I'm trying to do is get our people and people that want to join network to focus on the things you can control. The interest rate environment, we just can't control it. We're at the mercy like everybody else. What we can do is focus on what we can get our arms around in this environment. And that's generally working with the right referral partners, educating your referral partners, and definitely tuning yourself up on all the products available to you so that you can introduce those to your buyers.
Thanks, Rich. If you out there are interested in learning more or how you can be a part of the best network in mortgages, click that grow link below. It will get you all the information you need to know. Rich, thanks so much for helping me understand this. Anything else you want to say on this before we sign off?
That's it. Or you can hit u.nflp.com. That's you.nflp.com. And I'll reach out to you direct and we can have a conversation.
Love it. Well, thanks so much, everyone out there, for watching, listening, wherever you are. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time on Today in Mortgages. Today in Mortgages is produced by Network Funding LP, which is an equal housing lender, NMLS 2297. The content of this program is meant to be a commentary on mortgage and real estate news, and any discussion of rates and or products should not be taken as an individual mortgage or home buying advice or pricing estimates. And any commentary on this show should not be considered a promise to make a loan. All applicants for a loan must qualify, and you should consult a professional regarding your individual loan scenarios for your financial situation. Visit our website at nflp.com/licenses for all state licensing and other legal information.